Hey, Sean, would you rather be doing other things besides musical would you rathers with your boy Sammy G?
No, this is it.
Cheers. That's what we're doing today.
Love it.
Musical would you rathers sent to us by you guys. Sean, Brent Curry would like to know, would you rather be famous but not respected amongst musicians, or a niche with much respect from your peers?
Well, I'm already somewhat famous with no respect. So I would rather be the other. I'd rather be niche and well respected. So it's kind of like, would you rather be like Ed Sheeran or Adrian Lenker? Is kind of like
Sure,
the question.
whoever, did you make up the name Adrian Lenker?
No, I did not. The real ones know. Let us know in the comments if you know what band she's rocking.
What would you rather be?
I would rather be Adrian Lenker. I'd rather be small and niche, but an artist.
Yeah, but if you're famous and soulless, then you can always do your side projects too. So if Ed Sheeran puts out his traditional ska album, you don't think it's
I like how traditional ska is where you go for like a real artistic like passion project. Yeah, no, nobody's gonna take that seriously.
Okay, would you rather never be able to play music or listen to music again?
That's kind of like a Beethoven question, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he was the original one of these. Guess what? Madness, insane. So we already have that question answered. If I couldn't listen to music anymore, I would just be listening to like finance crypto bro podcasts, and that would just be the worst of all worlds, you know. So I'd give up the guitar.
Okay. All guitars you play from now on only have 5 strings. Would you rather lose the low E or high E?
Oh. Now this is a great question.
This is a good one, coming from Jordan.wave.
Get that high E out of there. Take it off.
My high E broke when I was playing earlier today. I could still play.
Guess what? Yeah, you could. You can do it. You're fine.
I can still play my chords. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, what do you like more? Would you rather do like solo stuff, or would you rather focus on the rhythm stuff?
I think
that's the essence of the question.
That's the
and
question.
You got to get to the bottom of the essence of all these questions. I think I'd rather have the low E than the high E.
A little thump.
Yeah.
Round it out. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, there you go. Solved.
Now, something people often don't realize about a video like this one is Sean and I shot something like an hour's worth of content that gets condensed down into what you're seeing here. And if you're particularly enjoying this video and you would like more of it, if you'd like to see our spiciest hot takes that we deemed unsuitable for YouTube, you can find the full director's cut over at patreon.com/samuraiguitarist. Patreon is an online tip jar of sorts where people like you can support creators like me in exchange for rewards like early access to videos, exclusive content, that kind of thing. So if you want to see the Patreon edit of this video, or if you just want to support what I do, you can find more at patreon.com/samuraiguitarist. Anyways, let's get back to those would you rathers.
Would you rather only listen to shredding or chicken picking for the rest of your days? Yeah, instrumental chicken picking gets boring pretty fast. Instrumental shred also gets boring pretty fast, but I think for me, instrumental shred gets a lot more boring.
There's a little bit of charm to chicken picking. It's not like charming to shred.
I think chicken picking gets a bit more respect than in music circles. At least the circles I've been around, shredding is kind of like, oh, he's just shredding. No one ever says, oh, he's just chicken picking.
That's a great point. Because that's the 100% true. Nobody really hates on chicken picking.
No, shredding can be used as an insult.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Shred. Whatever. Stupid.
Would you rather be a famous musician in the past, now, or in the future? Well, you can't say in the future because who knows what's going to be going on in the future.
There was just a sweet spot pre-social media where like you were actually making money off of like actual physical sales.
Oh yeah, well that's the other thing. Is if like physical sales of albums or records.
Right. So you're actually providing a good career, but you want to go so far back that it's like you're playing a harpsichord for a king or something.
Yeah, I feel like 65 to
2005
to Napster, like that was the sweet spot.
Yeah,
maybe like after the 60s though, because I feel like all those guys were getting just scammed out of their money by their record labels. So maybe like 70s.
And like air conditioning wasn't like really a thing everywhere. Like you want good air conditioning. I'd probably like around 2000 would be it. Yeah,
like Nickelback.
Yeah, get those massive record deals. That's the sweet spot.
Would you rather play Canon in D or the boot scootin' boogie for a crowd of people?
I know an embarrassing story.
Yeah.
So, you're at a wedding, you play Canon in D.
Of course.
I was playing a friend's sister's wedding, and I know how to play the song, right? It's not that difficult of a song, especially if you're just doing the guitar accompaniment.
Yeah.
And the mom's playing violin, and I'm like, what key are we playing this in? And she's like, D. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
Right. I think probably Canon in D. And here's a pro tip. Play it in C with the capo on too.
Okay, here's a good one. Mm-hmm. Would you rather join the Rolling Stones or the Beatles for a last show. So you're joining the Beatles for the rooftop concert, or you're joining the Rolling Stones whenever they're
10 years from now,
Yeah.
before someone dies on stage.
From a cultural perspective, you take the Beatles every single time. But let's say it's more like, what would you have more fun doing?
I don't know, dude. The older I get, the more I'm a Stones guy.
I do love the Stones.
I'm going to say Stones.
You could find a way to fit into a Stones song, but if you listen to like the rooftop concert that the Beatles did, you're like, what am I adding to this? Like, I can't do anything here. Rolling Stones, they're just kind of like jamming the songs. If you listen to them, they're not playing the same parts every time. Maybe you don't need a Sammy G on stage, but I feel like I could nudge my way into what they're doing a little bit easier than I could with the Beatles.
I feel like my vibe is more of like the Stones vibe. The Stones just kind of show up and they just like do their thing, and that's kind of like my entire philosophy.
Okay, would you rather jam with Stevie Ray or jam with Hendrix?
Probably neither. I don't want to embarrass myself. I feel like Jimi Hendrix would be less likely to get mad at me. So I'm going to say Jimmy.
I think I'd rather jam with Stevie because it's like, okay, I can play the blues. I can play 12 bars. I think I'd rather write music with Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, he's a brilliant guitar player, but equally as brilliant of a songwriter.
Oh, totally.
Which I think is like lost on a lot of people. Yeah, I'd rather jam with Stevie and write music with Jimmy. That would be my choice.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, thank you. Would you rather lose your hearing or your hands? Hands, for sure.
Well, I'd rather lose my hearing than my hands.
Oh yeah, because you can't play basketball.
Well, I can figure it out. I'd learn to read lips.
If you lose your hearing though, like the music's done.
That's
the music
fine.
thing's done.
That's what. Okay. If you lose your hands, how are you going to be playing music? Do I have nubs still? Like just
No,
from
right
at the
off-
wrist?
Right off of the wrist.
At the wrist?
So,
no,
like-
I want to keep my hands, man. You're underrating the value of your hands. The way
I
that
love my
you so
hands.
quickly said your
I'm a big fan of my hands, but like my livelihood is through music, and if I can't hear anything, like I can't
But you just remember
Beethoven it.
You remember it wistfully.
I would lose my hands because you can keep on functioning as a musician.
All right. Well, here's the thing. When this happens, I will be your hands, and you will be my ears.
I'll just like
and then
go like
together,
this,
and then
put them
together.
through. Would you rather have a lot of women or guitars? I'd rather have a lot of guitars. All I need is one woman.
Yes.
that?
The answer is a lot of guitars. That is the answer. A lot of guitars.
Okay, so this one, I think it's a pretty easy answer, but it's a worthwhile discussion to have.
Okay.
Would you rather have bandmates that are all much worse than you or all much more talented?
You never want to be the best musician in the room.
Never.
Ever. Because like I've been like a trash singer my whole life, but then I had like the opportunity to like gig and stuff with like some great singers, and somehow I became a better singer without even doing it, like just by being around it.
Yeah, it's gonna elevate you. So
And
yeah.
if you're playing with a trash drummer, you could be Tim Henson. Doesn't matter.
Oh man, playing with a trash drummer is the worst thing.
Yes.
Would you rather master the trumpet or the sax?
Sax. Come on. Totally.
A really good trumpet's kind of special though.
You don't think you look kind of silly playing a trumpet? Like sax is like cool. Kind of silly playing a trumpet. Yeah.
I don't know, like
I don't.
thinking like a military thing, and like that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
cool and just out. And like, yeah, look at me, I'm playing the trumpet.
Like at a funeral, like at a military funeral. Like this is cool.
No, I'm talking like I'm thinking like Civil War.
Oh, like
I'm going
you're
way back.
announcing the winners.
Yeah.
Like here we come.
Like getting ready for battle. Everyone's getting
Sure.
battle trumpet like conveys power.
You know what'd be
whereas,
awesome?
Like, sax is cool.
If they had like battle sax, where like you just like rip some just like nasty like smooth sax notes like on your way into battle.
It's too bad that went out of fashion.
Yeah, I know, right?
Music in
that would be
wartime.
just battle sax.
Would you rather play Gibsons or Fenders for the rest of your life?
I prefer the pre-COVID Fenders, but it's still Fender. Yeah. I think so.
I'm more of a Fender guy. Like I have more Fender guitars.
Wait, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the only Fenders are Gibsons,
Yeah.
because that brings the acoustics into the equation.
Yes,
and
yes, definitely.
so then Gibsons.
Gibsons are way better
for
acoustics.
sure. The Gibson acoustics are so much better than Fender acoustics.
Yeah, not even close.
Electrics, I still say I'm more of a Fender guy than a Gibson guy. No shade to Gibson.
For electrics, I could go either way and be satisfied.
Sure.
If acoustics matter, yeah, definitely Gibson by a mile.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't believe I'm saying that, but
Would you rather keep your signature tele or sell it to be able to own your favorite guitarist's guitar?
well, who's your favorite guitarist?
It's a hard question. I think like probably Stevie Ray.
Okay, so it would be like. An
But I
estate
don't
or
think I should own his. I don't think I should own his guitar. Now, say let's like the world just got together and was like, you know what, it would be great if Samurai owned this guitar. I don't know why I would, but let's just say that was the case. And Jimmy Vaughn was like, this would make Stevie so happy for you to have this guitar. In that situation, I would much rather have that than my Telly, but I don't feel good about owning that guitar. I would never want to own it. Join a Kiss cover band or be a water boy for the Calgary Flames.
I had to run live sound for a Kiss cover band once, and it was awful. It was like absolutely awful. So we're doing sound check, and I have like I just got called in for whatever. Like I'm not like a live sound engineer, Sean Daniel Enterprises. They're like, we're doing this thing in a IPA beer thing parking lot. But so for the drums, I had a kick microphone and I had a snare microphone, right? And then the guy's like, hey, can I talk to you a second? I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, I know the drummer.
Peter Kress?
Yes, Peter pulls me up and he's like, I noticed that there's only 2 microphones on the drum kit. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know. He's like, let me tell you, have you ever been to a Kiss concert? And I'm like, here we go. He's like, when people come to a Kiss concert, they expect to like hear the thump of the music. They expect to hear the power. They need the full range for the full experience. And I'm like, bro, well, we're not at a Kiss concert, and we're in a beer parking lot. So no, it's like, I got you taken care of. So I just took out some dummy mics with cables that led to nowhere. And guess what? The show was not affected at all, except for when fake Gene Simmons fell off the stage into the smoke machine. Nobody noticed except for me because he fell backwards into it. And then he just kind of like had to like readjust his wig and then come back out. And then the best part was like afterwards, seeing fake Ace Frehley like sitting in like one of those like little crappy like lawn chairs, like eating a piece of pizza, looking all sad because he was tired because he was like probably like 7 years old. It was like the worst like live sound thing ever.
Okay, would you rather so like scat? Make up
Scat.
Scat. Would you rather do that live in front of hundreds of jazz cats, so jazz fans, and you have to scat live for them, or be insulted by Lou Reed for 1 full hour?
No, dude, I'd take the Lou Reed. I love being insulted. That's like my kink.
It would be hilarious.
Like, great. Bring it, you know?
Trying to scat in front of like a discerning audience
I would.
in a genre that I'm not especially good at. Singing, which I'm not especially good at, would be like anxiety cranked up. Lou Reed insulting me would just be like, I think it'd be pretty funny.
Great. I would like to see where my scatting would go after 45 minutes. You know, like 45 straight minutes of scatting, like what we'd evolve into. Yeah, right. So that'd be like minute 2. Well, first I would sing as much of Scatman as I could. You know,
I'm a scat man.
I feel like it'd be a
and
journey.
The jazz cats are just shaking their head the whole time.
I'd be like, what are you gonna do? You want to come up here and scat, jazz cats? Nah.
Would you rather lose your guitars or lose your hair?
Oh, guitars, without question. Those guitars would be gone in a split second.
Sometimes I look in the mirror every now and then. I'm like, Jenny, come look at this. Is it thinning out top?
That's it. No, really?
Jenny, come look quick.
Dude, look at this guy's here. So the first time we met was a trip to the hotel concierge front desk where you asked for more conditioner. and they're like, oh yeah, sure. And they give him all these little bottles, like, I'm gonna need more than that. And they give him another little bottle, and I'm gonna need probably like 4 times as much. So they gave him like 8 bottles of little mini shampoo conditioner.
That would have lasted twice. Like, I need a lot of conditioner. Honestly, you can buy more guitars, you can't buy more hair. Though I will say, I've done one of those like those bald app things to make me look bald, and I was like, I'm not a bad bald.
I thought the same thing
This is not
too.
a bad bald.
Yeah.
Would you rather have lots of guitars or just a single, your holy grail?
I think I'd rather have multiples of other stuff. Because it's like, what if I want to play something tuned in C standard?
It's kind of like a romantic idea of having that one guitar that's the only one you play, and it's the one you've been known to play, but I don't know. I get kind of bored playing the same guitar all the time.
I think if you would have asked me this question 10 years ago, I would have said the Holy Grail guitar. But now it's like I appreciate different types of guitars for so many different reasons now.
Like, I could sell all my guitars and buy like a 63 Strat if I really wanted to.
Sure.
But I haven't, and I guess there's a reason for it.
Would you rather never play past the 15th fret again, or feel the warmth and love of a woman?
I don't play that much beyond the 15th fret, so I'm...
because you have the warmth and love of a woman.
Yeah, I'm good at shrinking my guitar down.
There you go, 15th fret's fine, you know? Come on. Like a high G? Let's go. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
There you go. Those are our musical Would You Rathers. And thanks to Sean for coming on and playing this game.
I'm always happy to be here.
Yeah. You can find Sean at
JohnDanielMusic.YouTube.
You know, I think so. Whatever. If you know,
Yeah, there's a link.
Dude, I'm around. Whatever. You
Yeah.
know, it's fine.
All right. Thank you guys all for watching. Again, big thanks to Sean over here. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and stay tuned for a wide range of musical content. Until next time, look after yourselves, look after the planet, look after each other. I'm Samurai Guitarist.
And I'm Sean Daniel.
See you again soon.